What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to TWR. My name is Tavian, and this is my world of reptiles, and I hope y'all are all doing good and taking care of yourselves. So it's just another day here in the reptile world, and I'm just walking around my reptile rooms and checking out all the different animals, making sure everybody is good, and thinking about things that I want to change and do differently for some of my enclosures. And one of those being is Tigger's enclosure here. Let me go ahead and flip the camera around so I can talk about it. So we got Tigger's enclosure here. It is about, I think, a 4x2x2, or maybe it's like a 4.5. It's an awkward measurement. I remember that, but either way, Tigger has been in here for, well, really for a long time, for a good couple of years now. And some of you may remember when I originally came up with this, or not didn't come up with the idea, I found the idea and copied it, where I put the hides on their ceiling instead of putting them down on the ground where they would normally go. And well, ever since I have done that, the rest of this enclosure is literally just unutilized. Like, Tigger does not do or use any more of this enclosure other than those two hides. He will use the branches to grow from one side over to the other, and that is the extent of it. So I need to do something else with the rest of this that's more appealing and that's just more useful. Since he's never on the ground, he never uses the two bottom hides. They just don't get used. He comes down to drink water, and that's about it. I never ever see him on the ground. So I really want to do something different with all of this space. And so I'm thinking I might get some grow lights put inside, like some horticultural lights for the inside. Reposition the branches in a way so that he can continue to have that, like, that little bridge between the two hides, but also open up the bottom and then put some just like really beautiful plants that would do better in a controlled environment with a with a grow light, as opposed to plants that I would sit in my windowsill. So I'm thinking about doing something like that. I'll probably see what we get into at our pet store that I work in. We do get some plants. I might have to go to some other sort of garden store and pick up some different plants for that as well. But I think you putting a light in here and then just like displaying some really amazing plants, so that it has two uses, as being just kind of like a planted terrarium as well as an enclosure for a snake that literally only spends times in the two hides that are up there, and going back and forth between the two, because otherwise that's it. That's all this is for. I literally don't see him using any of this other space. And so I'm going to get rid of these two hides down here on the ground that he's never using. I'm going to just reposition the stakes. I'm going to get some beautiful plants in there, get some lights in there, and make it a little bit more appealing and more useful than just like a big box that's holding two hides that my snake prefers to stay in 99.9% of the time. So that is something that I want to do differently when it comes to Tigger's enclosure, because it's just so underutilized. He just doesn't use any of that space. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm planning on doing with. So yeah, that's all I was thinking about when it comes to that. Oh, we got Luna Girl, who is here also, who is hanging out in her water dish, as you can see here. Has knocked the wood into it with her, but she's not letting that stop her at all. She's knocked over her paper towels and stuff. Now, this is getting done. She is getting to the point where this is just too small for her, even though it helps her move. It's too small. It's too small. It's too small. She's ready to move up, and she is going to. So she has got a brand new enclosure already here. It just needs to be put together. I will show you that here in just a minute. Let me go and go put this up here, and I will show you what her new enclosure is going to be. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I got a Zen habitat in. We started carrying Zen habitats at the reptile store at the pet store that I work at, which is super awesome. I've been really interested in this particular brand of habitats and enclosures. I've heard a lot of great things about them, and I'm sick. We got them in the store, and we actually displayed them, some of our animals in them, before we even started selling them. So I got to actually see them in person, and see just how well they look and how sturdy they are. And they really are great. They're lightweight, and they are sturdy. They're a little bit wobbly, but they are sturdy. And I was super excited to get one. So I have a 4x2x2 PVC one. I got the PVC one. I think we got only PVC ones because I think that's what we as a store prefer in general to go with. But there was also wood options and other stuff like that. So if you don't want PVC, that's an option as well, just a little bit cheaper. But yeah, so I got this one for Luna, and it's gonna be so awesome because it's gonna give her so much space to move around, so much more space than she's had for so long. Because with her neurological issues, I've just kept her in that smaller thing, but now she's grown so big that that's just not even working really so much anymore. Not even just for her neurological issues, but moving around, she's not even able to do that as much. And I still want her to be able to continue to get that physical exercise, so in that physical therapy. So definitely want her to be able to move, and so she will be moving into this as soon as I get the drive to put it together, which hopefully will be the next couple of days. I've just I've watched the bosses struggle with the ones at the store, whether that's just because of pieces not all being there or what the case may be, but I'm a little hesitant about jumping balls into this and like doing it, but I just need to get it done. I think it's gonna be great. It'll be great for Luna, and once it's all done, I'll feel super accomplished. So it shouldn't be too hard. There is a video on it. I have watched the video. It didn't look too difficult. It's just a matter of getting it done. But I know that sometimes things don't always look as easy as they look in videos when people post. So I guess I'll see what my own experience is with that, and maybe I will do a video of me doing that. Maybe I will go live while I'm trying to do that, but I may not want people to witness the frustrations. So maybe not. But you'll see. Either way, it will get done, and you will see it for sure when it is done. And Luna will be one happy little snake when she gets up in that. So that's going to be a nice little habitat upgrade for Luna here very soon. You done? So yeah, your boy is super excited about getting that done for Luna, and I think she's gonna love it, and I'll be so excited when she's finally in something just big and displaying, because she's so beautiful, and I would love to see her better displayed than what she's able to be done now. So I'm excited for that. But what else? Habitat-wise, anything else habitat-wise? This, let me talk about this real quick. Okay, so this is a thing. It is a mess. So when I first shared this with you, I remember I only had the top area accessible to my crested gecko. Well, I did end up opening up the little slot here so that he can go down and moving around, but like I didn't have enough to fill the space, so I'm like regretting that I did it, but also it was like too late to like pull back. Anyway, I need to do so much work on this. This is, first of all, it's dirty. He's got poop all down the glass. I gotta clean that, so I gotta do some maintenance with that. I'm thinking about losing this centerpiece altogether and just trying to find some really nice tall plants, as well as some like hanging plants or something that I can like latch onto the glass and like hang a plant inside of, from the inside to just kind of fill it in. But yeah, so this has got a lot of work that needs to be done. It looked amazing when it was just one top area, and then I tried to split it up into two without enough to fill it in, and now it just looks bland and unimpressive and dirty. So I need to work on that as well. But yeah, so that is a note that I need to make for myself. I need to do this because it's ugly. It's the first thing you see when you walk through my door, so I definitely need to make sure that it is in better condition than I am currently keeping it in right now. So it needs to be better. So that's something I need to work on. Note for self. So there you go, just another day in the neighborhood over here at TWR. Ain't doing nothing super special, just thinking about enclosure things that need to be done better. And I'm gonna flip them more time just so you can see. I don't know what he think he doing up here. That's Danny. I guess he's practicing his arboreal skills. Sorry, that's me, my ADHD. I just get distracted, that's all. Wanted to share it. Anyway, because that's just what I'm doing nowadays. I'm just picking up the camera when I'm thinking or looking at my animals, and I'm thinking about stuff with my animals, and if I feel like sharing it, I'm going to share it. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video for today, because I don't really have much to say on anything. I just want to keep the content coming, Just trying to share my flow and keep myself going and finding one thing, at least one thing a day that I think, well, I can share this. It may not be much, people may not care about it, but I'll share it. So here I am doing the thing. Anyway, you all take care. You love yourselves, love your loved ones, love your reptiles, and you all keep spreading those herbs.